Previously on Love, Death, and Dice Spelljammer Adventures. In the glittering coastal city of Port Pendulum, heir to nothing, Ronald Bonbon Billsworth was summoned by his father, Maximus Grievous Billsworth, for one final shot at redemption. His mission? Deliver a mysterious humming crate to the Rock of Bral, without crashing the company's oldest ship. Alongside him was Echo, the gooey plasmoid monk with questionable patience, Magnus, the over-proper Gith, who's here for the cargo and not the drama, and Lord Percival Whiskerbottom, a top-hat-wearing space hamster with a taste for velvet and pine nuts. Together, this dysfunctional crew met their ragtag shipmates, Spanner, the twitchy bird mechanic, Grick, the mop-wielding punster, and Hobbles, the one-eyed dwarven cook, before setting off into wild space aboard a very grumpy ship captained by the ever-mysterious Flumph Flapjack and his ancient dog Mumbles. After a crash course in shipboard gambling where Lord Whiskerbottom basically took everyone's food, the ship broke free of gravity and launched into the Astral Sea. But as things settled into the rhythm of cosmic nonsense, a storm rolled in. A silver rift split open, and red armored raiders on mysterious astral fish charged towards the ship. And that is where we begin today. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back right here to Love, Death, and Dice Spelljammer Adventures. Of course, I'm your game master, Turk, and we're about to get right into episode 2. First, thank you so much for continuing to join us on this adventure. This is kind of a new thing that we're doing, recording videos and editing campaigns for YouTube, and we really do appreciate you supporting us through our new adventure here. So, make sure to leave a like if you do find this video entertaining or funny in any way. That's right! But before we get into our recap and what the heck is happening, although there probably was a video recap that you already saw, before we get into that, let's say hello to the lads. Hello, lads!
Hello, lads!
Hello, lads!
Good to see you guys. I think here on the second episode, there's no reason to do real introductions like we did the first time around. If you're watching the second episode, I hope you would know the characters mostly, but just for a little bit of a recap, we have Connor playing Ronald, the human swashbuckler rich boy captain. We have Fishy playing Magnus, the Gith with a real attitude. And we have Children Proteus Kate, the artist of our show, playing Echo, the plasmoid monk. And of course, we have Big Jim Slade from Big Jim Slade Gaming, playing Percival Whiskerbottom, the rich man with a little bit of cargo. Our episode today is going to pick right up from where we last left off. And when we last left off our story, from the shimmering calm of the Astral Sea, the silver silence in all of the stars was fractured. Malice now rides on the wind. The stars blur. And from the storm above your ship floating through the astral, humanoids descend, armored raiders mounted on flying nightmare creatures known as scavers. They have come. As they all fall down, 2 of these riders jump onto the top part of the ship. 2 more drop down on the other side. And one of them continues to float on his scaver, still out in the Astral Sea. The one still floating out in the Astral Sea, clearly some kind of a leader of this group. He's wearing red and gold armor, markings all along a helmet that they have, and they speak aloud in common, and they say, "Shh, you don't even know what you carry, do you? Poor fools, blessed with fire and blind to its heat." And as she says that, I would like the 2 of you that are used to the Astral Sea, I guess the 3 of you, everybody except Ronald, I would like you guys to do me a investigation check when he speaks, please. Ronald, you would know nothing about these creatures. You're too rich for these. Too rich for you, too poor for you.
I did hear that they called me poor, and that made me upset.
I got a 13.
Sweet.
I got only a 7.
Magnus got a 12. So, Percival, you'd have no idea. But Magnus and Echo, you guys have been on this ship going through Astral Sea. You've been on adventure time and time again. And you've encountered creatures like this before. From what you know currently is that these are Githyanki Raiders. And these particular group of Githyanki worship dragons, and they ride on scavers. And from what they had said, I mean, they do a lot of attacking of ships, and they love to steal cargo. So all you can assume is that they're here for some kind of your cargo. And since you 2 passed your rolls, is there anything you want to yell back at this guy before we all roll initiative?
I mean, I'd like to yell down to the crew versus yelling at the Githyankis.
Cool, let's get it.
Because, you know, we got 3 boys under there, and be like, we got Gith! We got gifts. We got sword up, weapons up. Let's go up on the top.
I think Flapjack, he hears you yelling, he comes out, he goes, what's all the goddamn commotion? Oh, yep, yep, And as he's saying that, he's just disappearing to the lower parts of the deck. Just disappearing.
You know, people know what you haven't died yet with the advanced age there, Flapjack, but we all know it's because you're a coward.
You listen here, I'm going to get Mumbles because he's going to take them out. I'm getting Mumbles on their asses. And you hear the other three rustling in their beds. They're waking up. You hear the clamoring and chingle-changling and like them, kind of mumbling along. You hear them getting up and waking up, getting ready for battle. Magnus, anything you want to say?
Yeah, any attack against the Bealsworth Company is an attack against its trade routes, only punishable by death. Minions, get the cannons ready. We are scavengers, boys.
Nice. He's like, you will hear the last words when we steal what you have. Poor people don't know what they have. When I said that, Ronald went, twitched. He was like...
That asshole just called me poor again. Everybody murder him.
Oh, no. We poor folks, especially the one in the brown coat and the white wig. He's the poorest of us all.
I will not tolerate insubordination, you fucking jelly packet.
Wow.
You need to stop arguing and protect my cargo.
I was just trying to get you fired up there, Moneybags.
That's right. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while.
Did.
For the jelly packet comment, you get an inspiration point. And for protect my cargo, that's very Percival. You also get an inspiration point. Inspiration points for you too. Remember,
Excellent.
you can use them to roll advantage on things or re-roll stuff. It's very nice. Normal D&D stuff. Wow. On the Grouch Couch? That's crazy. Okay. Everybody roll me initiative. Right. Initiative. Percival, Whiskerbottom, got a 13.
I am very motivated.
Yes.
I got a 15.
Nice.
I got a 7.
Ronald also got a 7.
Because I rolled a 1.
As we can see, we have the tokens from the rest of the crew in here as well. But as you can see, these are default D&D tokens. I'll get them updated with beautiful Proteus art very soon. I'll do some cropping and pasting from the awesome art that we did recently. And it'll be perfect. But for now, that's what we have. So, Flapjack, as we know, floated down below. Who's right there? I guess he just floated back through the walls. And he just wakes up Mumbles. That's what he does. You hear him. Like float, come on, Mumbles. You boys, you gonna wake up. Get out there and get them. Come on, Mumbles. Get on up. And you guys can hear the scratching of nails through the floorboard. And then it's Mumbles' turn. Mumbles, you see, comes from nowhere. Mumbles hops through this void. Mumbles jumps out onto the deck and starts looking around to see what the heck's going on. And Mumbles just appears right next to you, Ronald. That's right. Mumbles is a blink dog, baby. And Mumbles just appears and starts looking around and sees all these Githyanki up high. And he just starts barking. Oh, oh, oh. It's pretty much his action for this turn, but he teleports out into action. And where are we?
Why did I imagine this dog teleport next to me, see the shit, bark at him a couple times, and then just fall asleep?
Yeah, dude. This Githyanki here is going to move right up to Echo, and it's going to swing its greatsword at you as it goes, give us what we came for.
Oh, beautiful. And I would like to deflect the attack. I can deflect up to 1d10 damage plus my dexterity modifier. Nice. So that's plus 3 plus my monk level, which is 6. 1d10 plus 9. There we go.
Badass. I love that.
So I deflect for 12. That's what I deflect.
What is the total damage here? Greatsword's damage is 12, so you deflect all of it. Also, if it hits one target, slashing damage plus 1d6 psychic damage is what it does. So you deflect everything except 2 of the psychic damage. So, as he swings his sword, you could tell us how you deflect it, however you do. But then also there's this wave of psychic damage that comes after it and just kind of grazes you across. And you can deflect this damage somewhere else if it's a melee attack.
Yeah.
So where do you?
And I'd like to deflect it to the Githyanki behind me.
Badass.
It has to succeed on a dexterity throw and take damage equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die plus a dexterity modifier.
Sweet. Badass. Okay. What is your spell save DC?
Dex 14, the redirect. Yeah, the Dex 14. Okay.
So that's what it would be. So
Okay.
tell us how you do this, and I'll make the dice roll.
Okay, so I'm actually gonna do this real quick. So they go slashing through, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm a plasmoid, baby. So I actually just like open up like a big gap in my goop and like just kind of like reform around myself, stripping myself of my clothing. So I'm just naked on the top deck. I'm made of goop, baby. I barely have organs. You know, the fact that I'm sentient is a miracle.
Hell yeah. All right. And then this guy right here, he's going to take, roll your damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 13 of damage. He gets 1 more damage than the other guy actually dealt.
Jesus Christ. And when it hits him, I think he goes, "Come on, you must be careful with these plasmoids. We fought them before." And he goes, "I know. That's why I went for the stomach. Not the stomach, you fool."
Oh, you guys are the real smart ones, aren't you? They brought their top tier people here to come get us. Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of you,
so
Mr. Githyanki. Yes, I can see that. Yeah, you know, I'm so proud of you for trying. You know, you try again.
Right. Okay, so it's Grick's turn, and Grick has 30 movement, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He gets to the top of the stairs, right? Dang, I guess. He's right here to the top of the stairs.
So am I the only one on the top of the ship where the Gith are?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. I love it.
Grick gets to the top of the stairs. He looks around, and he's holding his mop, and he's like, "Well, I guess someone done jumped ship, didn't they? Huh." And he looks around, and he looks up at the Captain Githyanki floating on the scaver, and he points, and he goes, "Now that's a monster. That's a monster that I've seen. It's time for you to go down, Mr. Monster." And he casts Hunter's Mark on the Captain. And that is his turn. Now it's Echo's turn. Echo, what do?
Oh, what Echo do? Echo is going to actually project her astral self hands. All right, so I'm going to use a bonus action first, and I'm going to summon my arms of the astral self, which makes 2 big... Essentially, it's my own goopy arms, but I can detach them from my body and control them outside of myself. All right, brilliant. Okay, well, we'll do the attack of me summoning them out. The save is a DC 14.
Indeed. Okay, saving throw. That's a 14. And that's a 7.
Oh, damn.
So one of them fails and the other one succeeds.
So one of them takes 3 force damage.
Okay.
Just from me summoning these bad boys. I'd imagine it's the one closest to me, considering he's like in point blank range.
I think so. They're going to take 2d6 damage. And since the other one succeeded, they take no damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So 2d6 force damage. Roll it.
All right. That's a 6.
Nice. Nice. As this goop fist hits him, does it like explode? Or is it just like a punch? It's like a Ben 10 situation?
I mean, yeah, kind of like a Ben 10 situation,
Like
but like,
Green
let's think
Lantern?
of it this way. It goes up and it punches him, right? Like it punches him with full force, but it's like getting hit with a big jello. Like it's a big, firm, semi-frozen, because we're in space, semi-frozen jello. So it goes up and it hits him in the face, but it like momentarily oozes over his face, cutting off his air before it just completely goes over.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And I would like to use these mofos to do an unarmed strike.
Nice. Okay, cool.
That's an 18
That
for
hits.
to hit.
Hell yeah.
All right. And we do 8 damage.
All right. To the same guy that you hit before?
Yeah, why not? You know, we're just he took a swing at me. I'm taking a swing back. It's
like-
fair as fair.
Yeah. Fucked him up. Badass. Okay. And that ends your turn.
Beautiful. When are you Githyanki gonna learn? There's no prosperity in stealing from ships. What are you doing?
There is prosperity. Prosperity to save the universe. You have no idea what you have on this ship. Moving
Yeah,
on.
that's all well and good.
Spanner's turn, and Spanner runs up from the deck, looks directly at Magnus, and he winks, and hold on, I gotta go to his character sheet, but he looks right at you, like he's trying to impress you, is what Spanner is doing. And Spanner uses his artifice abilities to summon an eldritch cannon that he summons right in front of you, Magnus. It is a force ballista. And I'm actually going to put a sticker on the map so we know where it is. It's going to be this weird circle thing. This is a force ballista, and it summons all up into place. This force ballista is a ranged spell attack that inflicts 2d8 force damage and pushes targets up to 5 feet further back. The cannon itself can walk or climb. 15 feet is part of a bonus action. And he looks at you and he goes, "Was that good?"
No compliments for doing the job that you all here to be paid for.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. So it's like when people say, "I take care of my kids." Like, yes, you're supposed to. Yeah. Okay. I get it. I get it. And that ends his turn. We have 2 more Githyanki. So this one runs down to about here. A little bit across from you there, Magnus. And he looks directly across and he goes, "Where is your cargo?"
At the end of my barrel.
And he goes, "Fine, I'll find it myself." Well, it uses a bonus action. It slaps its hands together, and then a bunch of sparkly lights just surround it. And then it also casts Jump on itself. So now it can jump really, really far. And then it's the next Githyanki's turn, and they both have the same character sheet, thankfully. Sorry, it does the same thing. Hell yeah, it does. Bunch of colors, and then it casts Jump on itself. So they can both jump super high. And they have weird colors floating around them. And now it's Lord Percival Whiskerbottom's turn. Lord Percival, what do?
Well, look at these rapscallions. And I see the one they are clapping for themselves. That's such in poor form. What do I expect from the riffraff of the seas? And I will look at them. And this one down here, the first one that came down and asked for the cargo was... I'm going to look at it and say, "Oh, you want my cargo, eh? It's right in your mother's cloaca!" And I will cast a firebolt at him.
Sick. Hey, that was cool. That was a cool little animation you just did there, bud.
That's a
badass.
21 to hit.
Oh, damn it, I didn't see it.
What?
I guess you'll just have to wait till next Sunday when it airs.
That's really cool. Okay, 21 hits for sure.
That will do. What's that? 11 points of fire damage.
Jesus. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, that's very good.
On a wooden boat where Fayette casting fireball. I'm so proud.
It's not fireball, it's firebolt. I don't have that other one yet, and I can't wait till I do.
We're still on a wooden boat.
I am very careful. Did you see it? Go slap some more jelly things around. Anyway, and after that, I am going to move over near my friend Magnus, and using I use friend very, very, loosely. Using Master of Tactics, I am going to give him the help action as a bonus action.
Nice.
Which means I believe he gets advantage on his next attack.
Yeah. And once he does something, you can tell us how you're helping. We'll work it in a
Yes.
narrative a little bit. Okay.
Fantastic. Oh, wonderful. I am so excited.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
Is Hobbles. And Hobbles gets to almost about the stairs. And he can't get up any further because Grick's in the way. But you hear him down there. He's like, "God darn it, Grick, get out of the way! I want to help him. Come on! I want to show him I'm worth my money." All right, this other Githyanki. It walks right up to you, Echo. And guess what? He's going to use also his greatsword. Roll to hit 24. Does that hit you?
Oh, yeah, that hits me for sure. I got a 16.
And you've already spent
Can I see? Can I see them?
Can I?
I think so. Barely.
So, for my reaction, when I see this happening, I call out, "Hey, you have no nose! You have a butthole in the middle of your face!" And I will cast Silvery Barbs,
Oh, no.
which means he has to re-roll that d20, and the lower roll has to be used. Also, I was look to, poor little bewigged Billsworth, and I will give him advantage as a part of the spell on his next turn as well.
Ooh.
He just handed out candy. I like it.
Yeah, so he got a 14 on this one. Does that hit you?
No, I'm a class of 16.
Wow. So he swings and he misses.
I would like to say that he's like, I know I don't technically have a reaction, but I would like to say he swings and I just pseudo shapeshift down to a puddle on the ground. Like I just goop down.
Yeah, it's very funny. Okay, and then as a bonus action, it uses Astral Step, and it teleports right down below, right in front of Percival, and it goes, "What did you say?"
I said your nose is a butthole.
Oh, I eat hamsters for breakfast.
Eat my nuts.
Whatever you say, Cloaca Nose.
After all that time, it is finally Ronald's turn. Ronald, what do?
Well, I'm very startled by this situation. We've just been boarded by pirates. Yes, I'm trying to see if there's any other cargo that we might have, like food rations that are being suspended in cargo nets on the top deck of the ship.
Since we just boarded this ship, I'll say that there's like one net that has a little bit of food in it that just hasn't been put away yet because you're so fresh.
Is it just like a crate? That's all I need.
Sure, yeah. It's like a crate.
And where is this lovely crate of food?
It's a crate of hardtack.
Does it happen to be above one of the people who have boarded my ship?
So there's like a big net like hanging from like the sails, and the net has
Yeah.
there's just one lonely crate left. Gotcha. I can visualize that now. Badass.
So what I do in response,
Yes.
I see that one of these unlucky fellows is standing below this box.
Yeah.
And I run to the center mast where this box's rope is secured. And I cut the rope
Nice.
that has that box attached to it.
Nice. Cool. Center mass. And there is like, I mean, you are like right next to it on the map. If we look at the map here, you are like right next. There's a little circle that you can see, and that's like the center sail. So you cut that bad boy. Now, crate's going to fall down on him. You can roll me a d8.
You got it. Haha. 4.
4 damage he takes. Fair enough. Ronald, my friend, you still have a bonus action. Is there anything you want to do?
Nope, there's nothing else I wish to do.
Okay. Copy that. Well, that ends your turn. We move on to who else but Magnus Volcanus. What do you do?
That's right, baby. Let's kick off this party right. I'm gonna use a bonus action to summon my musket into my hands. I have a war bond with this weapon, so I can make it appear from my quarters to my hands as long as we're on the same plane of existence.
Sick.
And then I'm going to swing
If you have
around.
a bond with this thing, does it have a name?
It will.
All right.
Muscatrella.
Nut trees. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll workshop it later.
Okay.
Marceline musket.
Pretty good.
Originally, I was gonna go for Githyanki to the right of me, just below brick. But after realizing that our investor is in perilous danger, I'd like to swing back around and then almost point blank just let it rip into this Githyanki's face.
All right. I think that's cool.
And-
I would, if I was you, on the map, go ahead and move your token. Because if you try to shoot, even though he's this really tiny hamster, if you try to shoot directly through another homie, you do it at disadvantage. So I'm going to move your mini a little bit.
I would love to. I knew where my mouse was.
Okay.
It's either a 25. Actually, I would like to, might as well go for the next one.
Hold on. He has advantage because for my help, as I see him take aim, I take the Githyanki that I have insulted his butthole nose, and I will stomp and nibble on his big toe
So this Githyanki
to distract him.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 21.
Right.
Sandals in space. That's a choice for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Sandals in space. That's a
21's going to hit. Your damage is on a D12 plus 3. You only got a 6. Sad.
That's all right. We're gonna use our. Give me 1 second. It's really hard to see, but I would like to read it out for you. I'm just stalling for time. There I go. Down there. Yeah, I can't. It's really hard to see. Once per turn, when you hit a target with this Emperor Martial weapon, you can cause the target to take an additional 3 points of force damage. It's called Astral Spark. So after the bullet hits him in the chest for a second, and then it grows and glows purple, and then just kind of pops.
Badass. I love that.
You ever played that game Halo and used the needlers?
Sick.
It's a fucking needler.
Hey, that should be the name of your rifle. The Needler. Badass.
The needler.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Do you guys like my Cortana cosplay?
Very good.
I can't.
Yeah.
You're doing fantastic.
All right. What dice roll damage does it take from the
It just takes 3 force damage from Astral Spark.
Nice. Explodes in his chest. Is like,
Yeah.
what is this? This gun. I must have it. And he turns and he looks directly at the Needler. He's like, it will be mine.
How could
right.
you aim with a butthole for a nose? I'm going to
Take
ride
any
this into
bonus
the dirt.
Yeah, I guess so.
No bonus action. That's end of turn.
Okay. Cool. All right, so the commander, still floating on the scaver, looks out amongst everything that's happening, and he's like, you must work harder. What have we trained for? And then he, still floating, he's like above, he floats through the sails of the ship and goes right above the grate that looks down into the cargo hold. So he floats above it, and he looks down and he goes, I hear you. And then he looks around and he goes, who's responsible for this?
Is that a rhetorical question?
Snot. Who brought this back to the Astral Sea?
Well, the responsibility falls underneath the Billsworth Shipping Company. So that would be me.
Oh.
Yeah, he did it.
And he casts Astral Bolt at you. He waves out just his finger, and you can see his golden gloves. And he casts Astral Bolt. There's a +7 to hit. That's an 18, Magnus. Does an 18 hit you?
That most certainly does.
All right. But, hold on.
Hold on, butt.
My butt cannot hold on for much longer.
Grick,
Grab the Githyanki's nose.
Grick sees what's going on, and he swings around his mop and chucks it. And the Astral Bolt hits through the head of the mop and then hits you. Grick uses an ability he has called Interception. When a creature you can see hits another creature of you with an attack roll, you can take a reaction to reduce the damage dealt by 1d10 plus 2. You must be holding a shield or simple martial weapon to use this reaction. I think the mop is a simple martial weapon. I'll take that. So
Yeah,
he
it's like a
reduces
bow
the
staff.
damage
Yeah.
by 7. But you take 19 minus 7, you take 12 damage. And it's radiant damage, if that makes
well,
any difference.
Not really.
Grick's like, hey, I know you don't like my jokes, Magnus, but I got your back.
Thanks, Greg. You might just be useful.
Nice. He says, fine, I'll get it myself. And he looks straight down to the grate, right at your box, down there. And he...
He's looking
gotta
right
pay
at
for
your
that.
box. Watch out.
Okay, I set myself up for that.
You gotta pay to look right at
Down
my
on the
box.
Okay, at
That's
a
where the
5th
gerbils
level,
go.
in a bonus action, he uses telekinesis and he tries to lift the box up through the grate, but the grate is stopping it. But as he lifts it, it sends out like a big hum, like a shockwave that completely disturbs the Astral Sea around all of you guys. And this is going to be a roll at this point for the Astral Sea itself. Who would like to roll this dice for us?
Who wants to roll for the Astral Sea?
It'll be a D6.
I feel like the one that's most in tune with the Astral Sea is probably Echo.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
All right, goop monster, here we go. That's a 6.
it's a 6. Okay, as it is disturbed, astral winds completely tear across the deck, and a random object or NPC is briefly weightless or teleported a few feet. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d20, and if it's above 10, it's a humanoid that is weightless. If it's below, it's an object. That is an 18. So I believe everyone here, there's about 20-ish characters on deck. I'm going to roll a 20. Wait.
There are 13 plus, no, wait, the 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, there's 13 of us.
I'll roll a d12, and I'll go left to right.
Leave Mumbles out of it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Magnus becomes completely weightless.
Oh, fuck.
And you're teleported a few feet. D4. North,
In
south,
which
east, west.
direction?
North, south,
Those
south.
people. Fuck.
Oh no! That is not a view I want.
Can you make me a acrobatics to make me a dexterity save, please, Magnus?
All right, just give me one.
Oh,
That's a 7.
That's a 7. Okay. You
Actually, I would like to use one of my abilities.
nice.
But I feel like there's no other time. Give me one moment.
Because as it is right now, you're going to be floating above astral space. Weightless. And you don't have an air bubble on currently. So,
Yeah,
No,
only
roll
one of
down.
us can survive an entire hour without any air.
right.
It should be fine. When you fail an ability check, you can expend one of your second winds instead of regaining HP, and roll a 1d10 and add the results to the ability check.
Okay.
And if it fails, this use of second wind isn't expended.
Okay. Very cool. You need to get a 5. You need to beat a 12 here, so you need to at least get 5.
So I did roll my butt. Here you go. Oh, that's a fucking 2.
All right. So it fails.
That's fair.
It's not expanded. So you're teleported as the winds hit you, and you're just out now floating in astral space. You're still in the air bubble, and you're still in the gravity field of the ship, but if you fly away too far, that might not be the case forever. But anyways, that ends our first round of initiative. And we're back at the top with Flapjack. He pokes his little head out the door, and he looks around. As he floats, he's like, "Psst, hey, Ronald,
Yes.
how's it going out there? Y'all need help, or what's
I think we could use some help. Magnus is currently overboard.
Oh,
Do you think you could, move the ship
hey,
to where he's not overboard?
Ronald, I didn't know that, Gift could fly. That's pretty crazy, yeah, so I could move the
Yes,
ship.
it's unbelievable. Please move the ship.
You want me to move the ship?
Yes, move it that way so that
Yes, sir.
Magnus
'Cause I
is
think-
back on top.
This is a ship. We can't move to the right. I'd have to go forward and come back around and get him. I mean, I could try to rotate.
we're using regular ship physics. Got it.
Right. There's no parallel parking the Spelljammer, right? We're still on the sea.
Do you think there's... Can you float over and get him? I mean, you fly.
Yeah, I could do that.
Please.
All right. I've got a movement speed of 30. He started there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can get right to the edge. Like he floats up right above the stairs, and he looks out and he goes, "Hey, Magni, hey, how you hanging in there, buddy?"
Just cuts to Magnus.
Well, he's still in the air bubble, so you're doing fine. You can still breathe here, but don't float away too far, Yeah.
Well, then get me back.
Okay. Well, I can't move any further right now, but I'll do my best in a second. First, hold on. And he turns to the right, and he uses an attack. He has tendrils. He's going to whip this guy in the back with one of his tendrils. He has a +4 to hit. That's a 5. He whips and it misses, is what he does. And then he goes, "Well, I tried." And that ends his turn. Next is Mumbles. Mumbles teleports into the sky on the commander, the old man, and he gets his old crusty balls and his old crusty slobber all over this commander, and he's like, "Get off of me, you mongrel!" And then Mumbles is going to use his bite attack, and he tries to bite him. He got a 23 to hit for 4 damage.
Well, he ain't got no teeth left, so, you know.
That's right. The dog teleports up to 40 feet. Okay, and then I guess he just jumps back down because he has to wait 4 turns for it to recharge. But that's cool. Okay. Now it's Githyanki up top. And I don't even think he's going to step forward. I think instead he's going to use, where is it? Telekinetic Bolt. He looks right at you and he goes, I can hit you with a sword. How do you like this? And he shoots out a telekinetic bolt for 7 to hit. Does that hit you?
No.
He's like, blast it to the gods. And then
Well, what was that supposed to be, darling? Darling, what were you trying to even do here?
I've been practicing something new.
It's clear you need to keep practicing.
Yes, maybe. And then he uses his astral step and just jumps down next to Spanner. That's what he does. This is his bonus action. Okay.
All right.
Now it's Grick's turn. Grick steps all the way out and he looks up at the commander and he goes, this guy? Hello?
Yes, yes. Stop him.
Not friendly.
No.
No.
All right. Longbow. An 18. That does indeed hit. Nice. 10, 2. He does 12 damage to him. He goes, I fought worse things than you, way off in the prisons of the astral. Did I do good? Do y'all like that?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Keep it up. Very powerful. Yes.
Good. Thanks, guys. All right, now it's Echo's turn.
All right, so I'm going to do something. I kind of want to do like a combo thing, but you're going to have to let me know if I can do it. So I got my astral arms, right?
Ooh.
They can extend up to 10 feet.
Ooh.
All right, so I'm going to move to the edge of like right where the stairs are.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use my astral arms to project out 10 feet, but also I have a weapon that we flavor texted, if you remember, is that there is no such thing as a media hammer in D&D, so we did an arm blade whip that is the media hammer.
Right.
And that can also extend out to 10 feet.
Nice.
And I would like to swing it out, and because a media hammer is just like a big long chain with a metal ball on the end.
Right.
And I would like to swing it around and like loop around Magnus's foot.
Oh. Well, that's cool. What you're going to do is you're going to roll against his AC, and I'll allow it.
Okay.
That's badass.
The 14.
The 14? Jeez. All right. Can I use like a dex to roll against him, or am I just rolling a 20?
You roll to hit. So on your character sheet, little button.
So on the arm blade. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So you +3.
Oh, Jesus. That's an 8.
That's not good.
I no longer like us pre-recording things. I want chat back so they can make me re-roll.
It's pretty cool. So Slade has silvery barbs. They also have inspiration points. Yeah, it's tough. But swing and a miss. What else do you do?
Well, that was going to be my main action, honestly. So the fact that didn't work, that's fine. And but for my bonus action, once again, I am about 10 feet away from that Gith down the stairs.
Yeah.
And I would like to try and as I'm pulling the media hammer back, I want the fist to just come back and smack him in the noggin with an unarmed attack.
Okay.
Because I can. It's a bonus action to do the unarmed strike.
Badass. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need you to roll to hit.
Oh my God! What is this? A 7.
That's the word.
So you just swing this thing all around the deck of the ship.
I just whiffed it hard. I just whiffed it.
And he's like, so much for the theatrics. They said plasmoids were good with their limbs. I don't see that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have you successfully hit me yet? Shut your mouth.
What am I? Okay. Jeez. And that ends your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Now it is Spanner's turn. And Spanner is an artificer. And Spanner, as an artificer, has done 2 things to his boomerang. He's made it a returning weapon and also made it +1. So he gets an extra +2 to this because he's going to swing to throw his boomerang up at the captain, the Githyanki captain. And that is a 12 +2, which is a 14. Does that hit? It does. My goodness. And this also gets an extra +2 to damage. He deals 4 damage as he throws his boomerang and he goes, how about a little bit of this, mister? The boomerang just goes flying. So, like, your arm whip is whipping around, and this boomerang just kind of, like, circles through it. And also gets him only for 4 damage. And he's like, how about that, guys? Did you like that? Was that cool?
Where did he get these attention seekers? Yes, you did very good.
Well, like, you guys are our bosses, right? You hired us on the ship. We're trying to impress you.
Yeah, listen, we'll have our notes after the battle's over, all right? We'll give constructive criticism and improvements afterwards. Do the task at hand. We're in an emergency. Where did we get these people? My God. What temp agency of Gen Zers did we get these from?
Billsworth Shipping Company.
Jesus.
We did a mass recruitment lately. Just don't forget about your turret.
Also, Connor, you're muted, Connor.
That's for you. Magnus, that's for you.
Well, I'm currently floating through space.
Oh, yeah.
How am I supposed to touch that?
That's right.
Just remember, everyone, you're expendable.
Okay. Whatever. I could use do you want me to use the turret? I can use it remotely.
It's your... Oh, my God. Yes. Fucking fire the fucking turret.
Yes!
I would have to say that the captain of this ship is doing absolutely nothing and has not been contributing to his crewmates' performance.
Good Lord.
What would you like me to do? I dropped a crate on a guy earlier.
All right.
Oh, wow. Mr. Big Pants with a big crate.
That's right.
If only he had a big cock.
Okay. Ranged spell attack. I'm just rolling a d20 here as he points over to the Eldritch Ballista. And the Eldritch Ballista goes off. That was an 8 plus not enough. Plus 2, not enough. So it just fires. He was like a little nervous when you're like, yes, what the fuck? And he goes, oh, okay, gotcha. And he points and then it just fires off into astral space.
Think on your feet. My goodness. We're going to have to do, I don't know, team building. Good God.
Maybe we should just get new one.
We're already taken off. Honestly, at this point, we either throw these ones overboard and do it all ourselves, or we teach them how to do it correctly.
Right.
Maybe an inspiring speech from the captain would help.
I'm not a bard.
You know, maybe turn on some of that Billsworth charm. Your dad's known for his charm when it comes to his constituents.
Oh, wait, this is fucked, but it would totally do this. This Githyanki, it's its turn. It moves forward and it pats Grick on the shoulder and says, see you later, and uses plane shift. You can use this spell to banish an unwilling creature to another plane. Choose a creature within your reach and make a melee spell attack against it. On a hit, the creature must make a charisma saving throw, and if it fails, it is transported to a random location on the plane of existence that you specify. A creature so transported this way must find its way back to the current plane of existence.
You can't see this, but my mouth is like open.
Okay. That's a 16, which absolutely hits Grick.
Oh, no.
He was like the only useful one. God damn it.
He looks around and he goes, I know what's coming. I got this. If I leave, my friends don't worry about me or come and save me. I don't know where I'm going. And
who are you?
Fucking, that's a 15. He succeeds. He looks at him in the eyes and he's like, nuh-uh, not today. No, not today. I've been there. I ain't going back. Oh, good Lord. And this Githyanki moves 3, 4, 5, 6 feet forward and reaches out and touches Ronald's nipple and uses plane shift.
No!
Is it just his nipple that gets transported? Because I think he can live with that one. What are you doing?
Titty twister.
Good
I mean, you could go
Lord.
for Percival's nipples. There's 6 of them.
Oh, it only
Very
got a 3.
small.
It only got a 3, so it totally fails. Does it have...
Who taught these Gith magic? They are just
know.
biffing it.
The Githyanki makes 3 unarmed strike attacks or does a spell. So it tried to do a spell and it failed. All right.
I think it'd be funny if, like, they rolled a 1 and they get teleported. Yeah, I'm going to kill you with my perfect lip.
They just disappear. Okay, now it's Percival's turn. Percival, what do you do?
Oh, well, I see this one here who is coming after me. My friends don't seem to be able to hit it no matter how hard they try. So I'm going to pull out my dagger. I'm gonna bob. I'm gonna weave, and I'm gonna try and stab him.
Very good.
Hold on. I think I need to check something because the new rules might not do this anymore.
Okay.
No, I don't think I get advantage anymore, do I?
Flanking?
Oh, it is flanking. Yes,
Yeah.
that is. I'll take the flanking as opposed to the rogue one.
Yeah.
How about a 23? Does a 23 hurt?
Yes, it does. It hurts. Yes, it does.
All right. Well, he takes, goodness,
5 damage.
10 points of damage with my sneak attack as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to do it this time because I want to do it. I want to try this. As I stab him, I pull my dagger in and pull myself up and claw with Go for the Eyes, a hamster ability. When I damage a creature with a melee weapon attack, I can attempt to blind them. They must make a dex save and beat a 13. Otherwise, they are blinded until my next turn. Isn't that wonderful? Going for the eyes.
Hey, if Abstracto's watching like he was earlier today, he asked you, he said, is this like based off of,
Oh, it absolutely is. Oh, it's wonderful.
Go for the eyes, boo. Fucking badass. Okay, dexterity, you say?
Yes, beat a 13.
It's an 18.
All right, well, fine. Fuck you. All right, that's the only time I can do that until my next short rest. But I did stab him a lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I believe that is the end of my turn. Oh, no. I still have a bonus action.
Okay. What do you do?
My bonus action is to disengage.
Ooh.
And what I'm going to do is disengage and run over here because I need to get over because that motherfucker is trying to steal my cargo.
That's right.
And then that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. As you're running across the deck, finally, up on the deck of the ship is Hobbles. And Hobbles sees a lot of things that's going on. And he's like, oh, man, I've got to help my friends. I've got to help them. And first off, he's going to cast Bless. He's going to bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll an extra d4. And he's going to give Bless anyone. Let me see here. He looks at Grick and he's like, I know we're both on the same ship, but we got hired at the same time, so I feel like we're competition. And I want to impress the guys, I want them to know that I'm worth my weight. And Grick's like, nah, man, yeah, it's cool. We're all kind of doing that right now. He's like, okay, so no hard feelings. And he casts Bless on Mumble, Percival, and Bon Bon because you guys are within range. You guys each get an extra d4 on whatever you do next.
Spectacular!
Yeah. And as he casts Bless, it's like his eye is like, and all the stuff just like comes out of his eye, like big ray. And you guys get Bless cast on you. And Bless is an action. So then also, as a bonus action, he's going to look over and go, Oi, what's going on with Magnus?
Clearly he's floating closer and closer to the vacuum of space.
Well.
And death. Don't forget death.
Let's heal him a little bit, shall we? And he turns. This has 60 feet of range, which I think can reach you. Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to use Healing Word on you as a bonus action. You're going to heal for 9 damage. And the way his healing word, his word of healing is just heal. That is my healing word.
Mumbles just sits.
Yeah. Go, good boy. Good boy. Okay. It's now this Githyanki's turn. You just stabbed the shit out of him and ran away. And
Yes, and my little fingers are pointing up, fucking him off as I run.
nice. So then I think, actually, let's make a wisdom save to see if that pisses him off enough. What is that? A 16. Nah, he's cool. So he actually just turns around and he's going to use his greatsword against Flapjack. He left him there, and a dirty 20. That hits Flapjack for 15 damage.
God damn.
Well,
Flapjack.
hold on.
Okay.
My reaction. As I see him swing at our pilot, I'm going to cast Silvery Bobs one last time and tell him, What? Are you too chicken shit to come after a little hamster? Your nose is not only a butthole, it is a cowardice input. Ah! Yes, a reroll.
All right, a reroll. That's a 17, which still hits.
Oh, well, fuck. I will give him an advantage. Flapjack gets advantage then, because I feel bad. I tried.
Well, good. He might need that advantage because next turn he's going to be making a death saving throw because he is down.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Yes, indeed. All right. It's Ronald Bonbon Billsworth's turn. What do?
Well, I am absolutely enraged by what I've just witnessed. My guy who drives the damn ship just got pummeled by a greatsword, and this pisses me off. So first off, I'm going to use a bonus action, and this is called Steady Aim. You give yourself advantage on your next attack roll on the current turn, provided that you haven't moved during this turn. So I have Steady Aim now, which automatically gives me an advantage. And now I'm going to plunge my rapier into the closest Githyanki in the center of his chest.
Nice. Badass. Roll to hit. Sounds sick. And you also get an extra d4 on your attack roll from Bless.
So that is a 25 then.
Fucking sick. Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage.
8
damage. You plunge your sword in its chest. And he goes, Why? Why? But here's the issue. Because as you see here, he activated a spell earlier that made him real sparkly, remember? And for the effect's duration, whenever a creature within 5 feet of this Githyanki hits it with a melee attack roll, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as the magic reacts in retaliation. So you take 2 damage.
Damn it.
It's called Retaliating Light, and the light fades from it. All right. Does it end your turn?
No, I'm going to... Whoever can hear me on the ship now, attend to Flapjack as soon as possible. He's the only one who can fly this ship.
And the 3 crewmates all stand like at attention. They put their feet together and like all 3 of them at the same time. Yes, sir, Captain, sir. Yes, sir, Captain, sir. All right, can do. All right, next is Magnus, floating in the void.
Now, can I just kind of swim back to the ship using movement speed?
I think so, but what I'm going to have you do, because I feel like you're swimming against the gravity, right? It's kind of pushing you, and you're a little bit weightless, right? So if you want to swim back above the ship, I'm going to have you make an acrobatics check to swim through this astral space, because you're weightless currently, which I think is the biggest kind of deal. Yeah. Beat a 12.
That's a 17.
All right. So yes, absolutely. But we'll call it half movement speed, because it's like swimming speed.
That's fine. I just want to get back to the side of to the side of the ship, kind of right about, yeah.
All right.
And I'm standing on the railing, and I'm aiming my musket and fire upon the commander.
Nice. 13 hits. You found its AC.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I would like to use my bonus action that happens immediately after impact and snaring strike. As you hit a target, grasping vines appear around it, and it makes a strength saving throw. A larger target has advantage on this save. Fails save target in his restrained condition. On his successful save, the vines slither away. Well restrained to take an extra d6 of damage.
It got a natural 20 on its strength save.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What dice are you rolling with over there, God?
Same ones you are. We could see them. Hold on, let me show the viewers as well so they can see. Strength
You got
save,
like you got some Reverend Raz ass dice over there?
I know. It's making this real tough, isn't it? All right, 12
I'm rolling like
damage.
T357. This is ridiculous. Episode 2, TPK.
My first one, baby. All right, moving on.
It does 12 damage, and then I'm going to use Astral Spark and the little needle explosion for a total of 15 against the commander.
Nice. As it explodes, he turns, and you're like standing on the railing, holding onto this rope with your rifle, and he turns on his scaver, and he looks at you, and he goes, I see I found the captain, the biggest, the smartest.
Well, that thing.
Yes, you are the captain. If you know what's good for you, take us to the crate.
Good thing I'm not the captain. I don't know anything that's good about us.
Who is your captain?
That doesn't really matter, as they're unimportant at the moment.
Refusing to talk then. I assume it to be the smartest of you all then. The hamster. Get him.
I cannot argue with his logic.
As you end your turn, it is his turn, and once again, he is going to use Astral Bolt, but this time he's going to shoot it directly at Percival.
That's not okay.
22 damage.
I would.
Sorry,
Damage.
22 to hit, sorry.
Hold on. Hold, please.
This is a real whole-ass difficult battle I put you all in, isn't it? It's been a while. It's been a while.
But it's been
I'd like
two
this-
whole rounds of initiative.
I'd like to spend one of my luck points, if I could.
Yeah.
I'll spend a luck point and give him disadvantage on that. So he has to roll again and take the lower roll.
Okay.
Oh boy.
14.
Well, that still hits. Well, it was worth a try.
Yeah, that's way better. Okay. Here we go. 21 damage from this thing.
Oh my goodness, that hurts. That hurts a lot. You just see fur is singeing my hat. Well, my hat doesn't get knocked off, but it looks very, very damaged. But I'm okay still, because I am awesome.
Nice. All right. And he continues to try to pull the crate up using telepathy. And he looks over and he goes, "Open the hold!" as he points to one of the Githyanki. And who would like to roll the d6 this time as a wave of astral winds tear across the deck? Magnus, roll it for me.
You said D26?
D6. Oh, Ronald rolled it first. That's a 1.
I said I'll roll it, and I forgot I was muted.
Oh, no worries. Astral lightning strikes a random part of the ship. Everyone in that area must roll a dex save, be it a 12, or take 3d6 damage as this wave. And I think everyone that is currently on the main deck right here needs to make a dexterity save, which is everybody except Magnus and Echo.
Say,
Beat a 12. And this counts for all of the Githyanki as well, except the commander. 16. Nice. Ronald succeeds.
Hold on, I get a plus D4.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Hobbles.
That is a 13.
You succeed. Okay, and Flapjack is on the stairs, thankfully. So I'm not going to make it hit Flapjack because he's almost at the top. Because if it were to hit him, he would automatically fail and fail a death save. You know how it is. So, everyone else here. We'll do this one at a time. This guy, that guy, fail. That guy, fail. That guy, fail. That guy, succeed, which is the Githyanki next to Grick. Mumbles, roll, fail.
Mumbles!
Grick, roll, fail.
Oh my god.
Spanner, roll. Spanner might have a +1 in Dex. I think he definitely does. Yeah, he does. So Spanner succeeds as well. Any of the other two, I'm not even going to check because those are ones. So all the Githyanki except one, plus Mumbles and Grick, all take...
Did you say 3d6?
Yes. All take 6 damage.
And I take half of that?
You take none.
I take none, even better. No.
Yeah, Spanner takes 6. He takes 6. He takes 6. Mumbles, no. Takes 6. Okay, that's it. That was helpful for y'all. Everyone just took 6 damage. As lightning comes down. Now we're at the top of initiative. Flapjack makes his first death saving throw. Here we go. That's a 3. He fails.
Jeez.
Next is Mumbles. Mumbles sees his paws down. He can't teleport, but he scratches his claws all across, the deck, and he scratches. He moves through you guys and bumps to get past this guy, and as he does, this guy's going to take an attack of opportunity against Mumbles. As Mumbles tries to stabilize his paw.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to kill the dog?
I'm not. I'm just playing the way that these guys would play. That's a 16, which hits. He takes 15 damage. Mumbles has 1 HP.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
No. No.
Are we killing every NPC we introduced in the first episode? Jeez. What did I draw
Game
them
of
for?
Thrones?
I love Mumbles. I don't want to kill Mumbles. I'm blaming y'all. Okay, he reaches out and he uses his action to stabilize Flapjack. I feel like they have kind of like a bond, so he's actually going to heal Flapjack back to 1 HP's. Flapjack rises and looks down at Mumbles and he goes, "That's a good boy. Now, me and you need to get the fuck out of here." And Mumbles is like, all right. Why I made that noise. That was awful.
Do it again.
This one here is going to attack Spanner with his greatsword. Yes, +5 to hit. That's a 19. It hits 2d6 +3 +4. That's 13 damage as he swings and slices Spanner. And Spanner's like, "Oh, what the heck? I thought I was doing a great job. Is this not like a battle simulation? Is this real?"
Oh my god, yes, it's real. What are you... What? A battle simulation? We took off into space and you think we're doing a battle simulation? Oh, no, you absolute nitwit. Oh my god, no. Get with the program. This is real life. You're gonna die.
Didn't you think this was a battle simulation? And Grick's like, "Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't think a crew would throw 6 Githyanki at us like in real life that fast." "Oh, no, it's okay. This is real, guys. Time to gear up." And they all pull out their swords and they're like, "Let's get them."
You had weapons the whole time?
Well, yeah.
This whole time?
I thought we were trying to support you. Grick turns around and he pulls out a revolver and shoots it point blank at the Githyanki standing behind him. Dan misses. He's like, hold on. I think he actually has a bonus action. Let me check his sheet real quick.
If these Githyanki don't kill you, I will. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, he has +5, so that would have been a 10, which would still miss. Hold on. He's going to use his Slayer's Prey. As a bonus action, he designates one creature he can see, and the first time each turn that he hits that creature with a weapon attack, it takes an extra 1d6 damage. So he's going to turn and activate Slayer's Prey on the captain. So now this captain will take an extra 2d6 damage if he ever manages to hit it, but that still ends his turn as we move forward to Echo.
All right. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come down the stairs.
Nice.
And I'm going to push past Mumbles and Flapjack, putting myself between him and the Githyanki.
Nice.
And I'm going to... No, that's fine. I'm going to come like right here. That's where I'm going to be, right?
Okay.
So I'm kind of in the way. And what I'm going to do is I got this action down here.
We'll say like you jump from like up top.
Yeah.
Because you aren't really supposed to be able to walk through, but you can jump. We'll say that. That's cool.
It says once per turn, you can hit a creature with an unarmed strike. You can deal damage to the target and also push it 5 feet away from you.
Cool. So roll to hit.
So I'm going to do an unarmed attack with my astral arms. Why not?
Oh, you're going to try to push him off the ship?
Yeah, why not?
Sick.
That's a 19.
That hits.
All right. So, number 1, let's roll the damage here. So, I'm going to deal 10 damage.
Jesus. He is officially bloodied. Bloodied means
and I'm
almost dead. All
right, and I'm pushing him 5 feet away off the ship.
Nice. Does he have to make a save for that, or it just happens?
It just happens. It did not say. That was the end of the statement.
He's like, as he falls off the side of the ship. And Flapjack's like, well, I knew she was good for something. Mumbles, you see that?
I mean, Flapjack, I've been on 20-odd ships with, 20-odd missions with you. You know I got your back.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Now, you two get somewhere safe. I can't have you both dying on me one day into the voyage.
Right. Okay. You have a bonus action or anything you want to take?
Okay, hold on. Bonus actions. Technically I can do another flurry of blows as a bonus action.
So you've only moved 15 feet. You got another 15 feet of movement and a bonus action.
All right, well.
And each square is
let's come over here to this one.
Nice.
This little Githyanki next to Bon.
Yeah.
And I want to hit it with a flurry of blows. I'm going to come in and just do a slappy slap attack. Slappy slaps. You know, cool. We're gonna come in like flubber.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Jesus, it's only an 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do shit.
Moves out the way. He's like, try again.
No. All right, that's it for me then.
Okay, next, my friends, it is Spanner's turn. And Spanner goes, well, I mean, I guess since like we're actually trying to do whatever it is that we're doing, let's just do it. And he points at the Eldritch Cannon, which turns around almost point blank right on the Githyanki that Echo was just trying to fight. And it's gonna roll to hit against that thing. Point blank ballista. That's a 15, which hits. And it takes 2d8 plus 2 damage. It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that that's what we were doing. 2d8 plus 2.
Oh, my God.
This one is officially bloodied.
Now I'm kind of glad Percival won all of your food rations. What's even happening here? You're dense.
And then he looks right at the Githyanki standing next to him and he goes, look, guy, bring it on. I didn't know you were real, but apparently you are real. I mean, it seems too perfect. I mean, like, look at your little costumes and everything. You're wearing little costumes. And those are real? You're dressed up in those on purpose? That's crazy. And then he swings his hand axe at him.
My God. My God.
Fashion shame, crewmate.
He only got a 9, so he misses. But yeah. All right, that ends his turn, and the Githyanki with 10 HP. It is that Githyanki's turn, and the one that is bloodied. He looks at you, Echo, and he goes, I know when it's time to go. And he looks up at the Githyanki still floating, and he goes, Commander Velasar, it's time to go. And he's going to turn and try to run away from you, which gives you and Ronald both an opportunity attack if you guys want to take it.
Ah, brilliant. I'll lasso him if you want to hit him.
Yes. I know it's a rapier and it's piercing damage, but I like the imagery of like him getting tripped by like rope and then me just slamming down on his neck and decapitating him.
All right, so we'll do the rope first. Echo, roll to hit.
All right, you got it. You got it, God.
Yeah, and then still do your damage with the whip.
All right, yeah. Wall, arm, blade, whip, roll to attack. That's a 14 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, and my damage for that
6
would be 6 damage.
Okay. Wrong.
So I imagine my media hammer swings around its legs and I yank it tight and it just falls face first onto the deck of the ship. And I'm like, Ronald, your captain ship, it's all yours, honey.
If you can hit
Thanks.
and do at least 4 damage, this fiction is all true. So don't miss.
You're talking to me.
Yes.
Do I get advantage because he's grappled, technically?
He's technically not grappled. So that's why I'm like, don't miss.
Is he prone?
Technically, no. It's just fiction.
Damn it.
So don't miss. We want this to be true.
I see.
I mean, I
Mechanically, no.
succeeded.
Fictionally, yes.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does. Roll me your damage. You need at least 4. Yeah! Okay, all that happens exactly that way. Yeah. And then his head just tumbles on the deck. And Flapjack's like, well, he looks over at Grick and he's like, you know you're going to be mopping up that blood, right? He's like, yeah, sounds good.
Oh, Ronald, you fucking beauty. High five there, buddy. High five.
Don't touch me! I fucking love killing people! That was exhilarating!
Yes,
His
correct.
first kill.
At least one of us got the fucking gumption to do it right. My God. Good
Right.
job, buddy. Good job. Maybe you're not useless.
Okay, now it's Lord Percival's turn. Percival?
Yes, well, just a quick question for the DM. The commander, he is on the ground or is he floating above it?
He's still floating, but I imagine he's only about 10 feet up.
All right, what I'd like to do then is...
Might as well be 30 feet for him.
True.
You short fuck.
Oh, go powder your wig with your ass. And I'm going to run over to here
Nice.
and
Grick's like, you want a boost?
I think I can, well, actually, I'm trying to decide if I can do this. Yes. So as I run around, this is a mast here
Yeah.
next to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to partially run up the mast, grab a rope, and try to swing myself over onto the commander's face.
Sick. Okay, we're
With
gonna
my
do 2 rolls
dagger.
then. First, you're gonna do an acrobatics, and then you roll to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
A dirty 20.
You
So
okay?
I grab the rope, I swing, and I have all 4 arms extended. And then I'm going to stab him in the face with my dagger, because he's
Nice.
daring to touch my cargo.
Nice.
Oh, I'm going to use my last luck point. No, I'm going to use my inspiration.
There you go.
Because I have an inspiration,
Yes.
which brings me to a 21.
Nice. Heck yeah, dude.
And the stabbing. 12 points of total damage as I stab him in the face with my dagger and go, that is my cargo! Put your goddamn hands off my cargo!
He's like, hey, get it off me! Get it off me! I knew you were the captain, the smartest and strongest of them all. This tiny creature must die.
Hmm.
Okay, and that ends your turn?
I think so.
You're right.
Because, oh wait, hold on. Oh, never mind, it's only with my ranged weapons do I do that. Yes, that's the end of my turn.
Nice. Okay, Hobbles comes out from here, and he goes, right, well, let's go on ahead and get rid of this guy, then. And he's going to run over here, and he's going to use Shove against this Githyanki to just throw them off the ship. Which I believe, Jim, maybe you can help me out, but I think it's just a strength check against their AC to just shove them off, right?
Should be contested. A athletics versus either acrobatics or athletics, the victim's choice.
All right.
Well, considering both of them are the DM.
Dirty 20 for Hobbles.
Oh, very nice. Oh, good show.
Good show. And they only have perception and survival.
Get one.
Right. Well,
I guess survival.
yeah, perception and survival. They don't have any of that on the sheet here. So I'll just do a dex check. A 9. He just goes and just pushes them off the ship. He's like,
Thank you, Hobbles. My God. It's about time one of you did something.
I didn't know this was real. You should have said it was real. Some crew this is.
I said we got Githyanki on the deck.
Right,
Get
waking
weapons.
us up while we're sleeping, waking us up in the middle of the night with a bunch of costumed up friggin' idiots. How are we not gonna think this is some test?
I'm on this guy's face. Can we argue about this later and kill these fuckers? As I'm still trying to stab away.
True, huh? Okay, does he have any bonus actions? He has spiritual weapon. Cool. He's going to create a floating spectral weapon within range. The range is 60 feet that lasts for the duration of the spell. He can use a melee spell attack against this thing. So he summons a spiritual warhammer that just appears next to the Githyanki that Spanner is standing behind, and then attacks it with advantage because of flanking bonuses. So that's either a 19 or 19, and it deals 10 damage as it slams down on it. And then that ends its turn. And it's the Githyanki's turn, and he's gonna go, oh, I must help me, Captain. And he turns, and he's going to use telekinetic bolt to try and shoot Lord Percival that is on his face. And he misses with a 6.
Oh, does he hit the commander when he misses me? Because I'm right behind it. Oh, damn it.
But now it's Ronald Bonbon's turn. Ronald.
D close to die. I think I'm just gonna go over here and stab this.
Good plan.
But yes, after I chop off the head of the Githyanki that tripped on the floor by Echo, I am absolutely just rock hard for bloodlust. And I'm giddy as I go over to this Githyanki to try and stab him.
You're like prancing.
Here comes another one!
Okay. Roll to hit, buddy, and flanking bonus. You get to do with advantage.
Okay, so that was my first one.
Yeah, good thing.
You have a bliss, don't forget.
Yeah, you guys didn't use that yet.
Ah!
No, he did use it already, I think, actually. But 21 hits, so roll your damage.
4 damage.
Slice. Dice. 4 damage. He goes, ah! I know you're the captain. Just come on. Do you have any other bonus actions there, Ronald?
No, not one that I can use right now.
All right. Magnus Volcanarus.
We're gonna try to use the same ploy as last time. We're gonna go ahead and shoot the commander with the musket.
Nice.
That's a dirty 20.
Yeah,
Expending my bonus action and using fucking ensnaring strike. Must make a strength check.
Okay.
Leave it
Captain
12.
makes a strength. Is it save or check? Doesn't matter. There's no difference. It got a 3.
That's great.
Wah, wah.
Grasping vines appear on it. It now has the restraint condition until the spell ends.
Badass. Okay.
Oh no! Look at you! You can't hit me now because you're all tied up! Fucker!
Now it
Restrained.
takes...
So speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any benefits to speed, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage. 7 damage. Plus
It takes 12 damage.
12.
And I'll go ahead and expend my last needle bolt. And to deal 3 more.
All right. As it explodes in its chest, and he's like, "Gah." Cheers to continuity errors. He's like, "Gah," as you hit him. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Now, you use your bonus action and everything else. It is its turn, right? He's officially bloodied. He looks around and sees that there's only one other Githyanki left, and he goes, "You fools don't know what you have. This could end the astral universe as we know it. We are here to save, here to protect, here to preserve life. Today you fight me, and you win, but tomorrow I return, and I will have what is rightfully ours." And
You could have just started this with a peaceful conversation. You didn't have to just be all menacing and attack us immediately.
Peace
What?
does not
You could have
come
just
to
talked to
those
us.
who hold precious stolen cargo. Thieves. He begins his ascent. And at this time, Percival, you're still kind of like attached to him. You can stay. You can attack.
I'm gonna keep stabbing him.
Yes, you can absolutely do an opportunity attack. But if he does, he's going to get higher. So if you do this attack, he's going to be a little bit higher, so you're going to have to jump. That's an 8.
That's my last luck point then.
All right, let's get it.
And that's even worse.
I go.
I do have... Hold on. I don't think I can get that to a higher... what's that? 9. That's not going to be enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. He begins his ascent, and he goes, at this point, about 20 feet up, but you can see there's like the sails, and you could jump off of him over to the sails, or you could stay on him as he continues his ascent. But if you want to jump off...
So, I am going to stab him one more time.
Okay.
He has advantage because he's restrained.
Also that. I forgot about
true.
that. Cool. 17 hits.
Okay?
Yes.
And then that is 13 points of damage as I just stab the living shit out of him.
He's like, "Get off of me, you stupid space hamster." He's
And
real
then
pissed.
I'm going to leap onto the sail.
Nice. It's a really big
And
sail,
then-
so you can make a small check if you want to, but at least beat a 10 on an acrobatics check.
I do so with a 12.
Success.
And then as he's beginning to fly away more, I'm like, "Oh, don't forget, fuck you." And as he goes away, as I slide down the thing, I'm going to cast a firebolt at him.
Oh, shit. 26 to hit. That hits.
And that is 6 points of
That's
damage.
more damage. I feel like it hits like the back of his scabbard. Like,
I'm just going to slide down like Errol Flynn down the sail.
nice. Okay, there's one other Githyanki we must deal with. He's going to try and run and jump off the ship, which is going to give Ronald and Spanner both attacks of opportunity. If you want to take it, Ronald.
I absolutely want to take it. I am fueled by the bloodlust of unknown origin. I shall strike him. It's a 13.
That hits.
Fuck. 2 damage.
All right. He takes the 2 damage. Spanner also tries to attack. Gonna roll a d20 here with his sword here. That's only a 6, so he misses. The Githyanki turns and goes, "I'll be back. You killed my friend. I will have revenge, Captain Killer." And he jumps off the ship, and as he does, his scaver picks him up, the big fish they rode in on, and then behind his scaver are 2 other scavers from the 2 that got pushed off the ship, and they fly and meet back up with the captain and slowly start to escape from this.
Are they still within 120 feet by the time my next turn rolls around?
Maybe, but first, as initiative ends, the box was being held up from telepathy. He releases his telepathy and it falls back down to the ground in the cargo hold. One last time, someone needs to roll me a d6, and I think it's only appropriate if we let Percival do it.
Well, fine. Fine.
Different roll check.
It's a 4.
It is a 4. The crate pulses and sends out a huge shockwave. It radiates along the whole ship, and as it radiates the ship, some things start to fall and crumble, and you can hear down below there's a small, like, wave of explosion. Not necessarily fire, but like a force explosion as it hits the ground. And if anyone is within view of the cargo hold below, you can see that it has blown out the cargo hold and has fallen down into the storage hold. The crate itself, dealing damage to the
You
ship.
bastards!
Yeah. Now, from you, let's see, they only moved 30 feet, so like they're not that far away.
Well,
One last thing.
guess
to
what?
do.
Firebolt has 120-foot range, bitches!
All right, there's
And
4
that's a nat 20!
Sick, dude. The first actual good one of this campaign, baby. Yeah. Ugh.
That is,
So-
18 total points of fire damage.
Firebolt does a D10, right?
Technically, it does 2d10 for me.
Cool. So the
So that was
way
4d10.
crits work in our campaigns, if you remember, is max
yes.
dice plus another roll.
Crunchy crits.
Crunchy crits. So if you roll
So that starts with
2d10,
a 20.
that's 20,
29. 29
Plus-
points.
20 plus 18, because you rolled that 18,
Oh,
right? So
no, the 18 was the total between all the rolls. So the first roll was a 9, and then the 20 on top of that.
okay, 29. Towards the captain?
Towards the captain, because he is not going to get away from my cargo!
I'm gonna show you. I'll pull it over to this screen here so you can see how much HP the captain has. Sorry, it's not that one. You said,
29!
did you say 29?
Yeah.
You deal
Oh, 6 of my
29
nipples!
damage to him as he falls off the scaver and just begins his descent into the astral, his dead body. And the Githyanki next to him looks back and he goes, "You bastards!" And then he flies.
Tell all your friends!
Oh my god! You killed our captain! You bastards!
Yeah.
Eat me!
Okay.
All
Officially.
right, I'm gonna go get my clothes. Fucking.
Initiative is over, officially. As initiative ends, my friends, Flapjack and everyone else, you all kind of assemble on the crew together. Can I end combat? Confirm. Here we go. You all assemble here together, and Flapjack's like, "Well, I don't know what the fuck that was. Now, y'all did a good job defending this ship, though. Good on you, Ronald. Looks like you actually showed that you got some balls underneath that rich boy pants there."
Yes, maybe my globes do have a knack for ship captaining.
Very good.
But
Yeah.
but Flapjack, are you all right?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. This ain't my first space rodeo, Ronald. Ask Echo. She knows I've been knocked out 15 billion times. I'll be just fine. I only have 7 HP, just so you know. I'll be fine. That's why I've
It
got a little
happens
bit.
about once a battle. He gets knocked down. It's fine. He'll be okay.
Nonsense. Hobble, get over here and heal
Right.
Master Flapjack, as well as Mumbles.
Right away, sir. And he walks over and casts Healing Word on the both of them. Heal! Heal!
And Mumbles just sits.
Yeah, Mumbles it. Oh, that's a good Mongol right there. Good boy, Mumble. He uses his little tendril to pet Mumbles. Good boy. Good boy. Well, it looks like we're back on our way, but it looks like a lot of damage was done to our ship. I can feel it. I'm connected with this ship, and there's some holes. They blowing holes in my ship, and I'm not a fan of that. I have a question. Mr. Percival, we were hired to help you deliver this crate to wherever the fuck. Rock of Bral, that's fine. Do you
Yes,
have any
yes.
idea what you have in that crate?
It is a very precious cargo that can never be opened. I'm really not at liberty to share what is inside. Just as safe to say, unfortunately, there are people that are going to try to take it because of its value.
Right. Okay. Well, that'd have been good to know before we went on this trip that we started on, but we ain't too far from the Rock of Bral, so everybody clean themselves up and take yourselves a rest and get you feeling better.
I've
I'm
got blood in me, sir.
that don't happen again, I'm gonna ask, everybody. We got a crow's nest, and we're gonna have someone up there all the time to keep an eye out for any more Githyanki Raiders. Of course, I mean that's
That
what
would
the
be a good
captain
idea.
should say. Captain, what do you think about that? Is that a good plan?
Yes, double observation security. We'll have Spanner, you go up at the crow's nest, and that's not a racist thing.
It kind of feels
That's
like it is.
just-
I mean, I am an Eric Cochran, but yeah, no, that's totally fine. I mean, I am the one with two eyes, right? No offense, Hobbles. Yeah, all right.
Well, I was thinking more like your turret power that you possess would be
Oh, yeah.
helpful from a high up place.
Which, by the way, can
But,
we
yeah.
talk for a second? Like, what the fuck? All that shit just went down, and like all three of us were under the impression this was some kind of like training simulation. That is absolutely
No.
crazy that we all almost just died.
What?
This
What
is
was all
yes,
this?
this is-
Contract did you? What gave you the impression that we would be putting you in some sort of simulation? What did you sign?
Well, like,
what did
we've
you
heard
read
things
that told
about
y'all?
this ship, like how crazy it is, and like we just thought that like there's no way something crazy would be happening, like not even past the first full day. And so like at least that's what I thought. Like when I signed up on this ship, I just thought like you guys were the cool guys, and like things happen, and then like whatever. I don't know what I thought.
Okay.
You thought wrong.
The hamster with
Be
the
more
top
prepared.
Now, for the rest of you, I do agree. I do agree. Spanner with your turrets and your artificer stuff. I think being topside lookout, even if you can have just the remote turret that's set to like look at things in the sky, that'd be great. But for the rest of you, getting this ship cleaned up, obviously, Grick, I see you got the mop, but how are your carpentry skills? Same to you, Hobbles. Where are we at on building? Where are our skill levels at?
Well, me, Grick, I've been a lot of places. I've been, come around, children. Let me tell you a story. I've been banished to a different realm and plane of existence where I sat around hunting different crazed creatures and monsters, and I feel like I did a pretty good job surviving on my own. I've built in log cabins and rescued animals whom's parents I may or may not have hunted previously. Not saying that I've raised a raptor to full health and then released it whenever it came into teenage years. I may have done that. Anyways, some folks would say that I could build a log cabin if I needed to, but I signed up on this ship to swab the deck and just watch the crazy ass shit that y'all get into. I mean, I guess I could do something else if you want, though.
Well, we
If
do
you
need
would
help
like.
rebuilding cargo.
Right.
Right.
Sorry, Captain. Captain, you have the floor.
If you would like, you can relieve Spanner in the crow's nest while he helps with the shipbuilding, because he's also one of the main mechanics. But that's up to you. You can either
Okay.
help build or you can help watch.
Can I mop the crow's nest?
I guess you could just make sure if you see anything, you yell to us.
Will do.
Spanner, new assignment. Get down here.
Oh, okay, coming right down here. No, he flies. What's going on, Captain?
Your new assignment is to help ship repair.
All right.
Get
Yeah,
with Echo and Magnus down in the hold. Fix it.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's why I'm here anyway. Like, that's why I was hired, to fix, like, the ships and stuff. So, can do. Buddy-o do. For real.
God, I hate this new generation.
Shee! All right. Okay.
Hobbles,
Yeah?
I gotta ask, because this has just been a farce the whole way through. What is your skill set? I don't care what you were hired for. What's your skill set, Hobbles?
Well, right. I pray to the gods. It's where I get me healing powers from, and it's kind of what I do. I believe I was sent, on some kind of a quest from the gods. I'm not sure what it is yet, but kind of like a vision quest. That's why I'm here. And I figured I could just sign up and be the cook, I was back in the military, back in the War of the Kingdoms and everything, and I was the cook back then. That's what they had me do. And so I thought maybe I could do that here, right? Mostly a missionary kind of guy. I'm, some people
Do you think you can put your healing powers into the food to keep everybody nice and like tip top so they can keep working, get everything ship shape, while we rebuild?
Oh, you betcha. That's right. I can do that.
All right, then. You have your assignments. I will leave it over to Magnus. Do you have anything to add?
Just get the ship ready for port. We'll be heading in to the rock here real soon.
Yeah, you're right. We're going to be headed right in there here in a few minutes. Everybody, relax for now. We got about 15, 20 minutes. We're going to be there. So take a seat. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get my clothes. I'm gonna go get dressed.
Right.
I need to take a spell in my captain's quarters.
Nice. Okay.
As everybody wanders away doing their work, just gonna go, oh boy, I could use a little bit of, oh hell. And just goes off to get into his drawer, because he got hurt pretty badly.
I love that. Okay. So you guys go back into your quarters and things, which we're going to do a little bit more detail-y things about what you do in your quarters and everything a little bit later. But for now, the vessel here limps forward. And as it does, Flapjack's like, "Hey, everybody, come look real quick. And he points you over to the side of the ship. And the sign on the side of the ship that has the ship's name is flickering a little bit less. He's like, I think the ship might think maybe soon we can name the ship. And I think this ship like what we just did there. Oh, good
Wouldn't
work.
be the first time this was named Gift Killer.
Yeah, that's true. And as the vessel continues to limp forward, in the distance, like a crown cast from stone, the Rock of Bral itself rises from the mists of the Astral Sea. Spires glitter, sails shift, and thousands of ships buzz like wasps around this colossal asteroid that is floating through the Astral Sea. As you gaze your eyes upon it, you can see that the top part of the Rock of Bral is indeed, it is a meteor, but the top part of it is kind of flattened out. And there is a full-on city that has been built on this asteroid that is floating through astral space. As your ship lurches into the berth of the Rock of Bral, a final pulse emits from the crate, a radiant thumb that seems to reach into all of your hearts as you stand near it on the ship. And just before the ship comes to a complete stop and the ramp lowers, a low voice brushes for the edge of your mind. It's a completely unfamiliar voice to all four of you. And all it says is, they will come again. And next time, they won't be alone. And then the ship sputters into Dock 13 and all of its glorious messed up and brokenness. Magical cranes all around swing into position and sirens wail and dock hands shout. And an auto-gnome approaches. He says, "Stars above, what happened to your stabilizers?" And he begins inspecting your ship. And that, my friends, is where we're going to leave today's episode.
Good to be home.
Hell yeah. And tune in next week, my friends, next Sunday at noon PST for episode 3 as these guys adventure into the Rock of Bral. If you want to watch our breakdown stuff, make sure to be a member of our YouTube channel because it's the only way you could ever check them out. And we're going to review the episode as a whole, talk a little bit about what happened, and we're going to answer all of your questions, all the comments that have been happening on previous episodes. We're going to answer them. So tune into that and make sure to check out all these guys. Links down in descriptions below. That's right. Cool.